Welcome to the show, everybody. Today, we're going to share our fantasy football mock draft. Now, you know mock drafts for the NFL draft, but not for fantasy football. Today, we not have only one, but we have two scenarios we're going to share with you. The first one's on the screen. Stay to the end for us to show you our second one, and it's an all-rookie team. No veterans. Now, disclaimer, we are not telling you, and we're not ones to give bad advice. Matter of fact, I actually lost to Arrik in the championship last year in our fantasy football league. You know, big money was on the line. So you're getting good advice from people, but what we will tell you and what we want to plant in your ear and in your mind is, hey, there might be 2 to 3 rookies out of this list and maybe out of Arik's list that in which we're going to share next that you may want to keep an eye on. Okay, you want to take and keep them on your waiver wire. You want to watch these people, and if you play Dynasty, man, you definitely want to pick up some of these people. So let's get into it. This is my scenario, and again, right after we're going to share Arik's, and we'll jump right into it. Jayden Daniels, quarterback Commanders. Why did I choose him over Caleb Williams? Well, I'm going to say this. To me, Jayden Daniels is going to get you more yards with his legs. He is probably the closest quarterback in this year's draft to Lamar Jackson, in my opinion. Probably one of the quickest releases I've seen out of a rookie in recent years. Great arm strength. Some stuff I don't like about his game. I definitely would have to say that he holds on to the ball a little bit too long and he takes hits. Doesn't go out of bounds too much. I'm sure he'll learn very quickly why it's important to slide and run out of bounds if you want to be in this league a long time. But he is a guy I'm very confident in with the receivers they have already in Washington. He's going to ball out. Next guy I got is Jonathan Brooks coming out of the Panthers, man. Just got drafted by them. This is a guy, again, coming out of Texas, dude. He is there's debates for all these running backs we're going to talk about today where any one of them could be the best running back in this year's draft. I really want to see what 3 years from now looks like, but hey, we're going off of what we see on tape. But Jonathan Brooks is a guy where, you know, he could catch the ball. He's going to take and get you yards with catching and also put the team on his back. And when it's 3rd and 1, get you that rock. He's going to have to earn the trust. Wouldn't start him right away, but that's a guy you want to watch out for. Blake Corum, the other running back that they have right now for the LA Rams, currently dealing with an injury. So we could see Blake Corum very early on in his NFL career. Then Keon Coleman. They say Bills don't have a wide receiver number 1. What I will say is coming into this, he's probably going to be the number 1 receiver on that. He's
nice. He's real nice.
He's nice. I'm a believer. Wasn't too much of a believer. And then I really sat down and did my homework on him. People know him for his hot takes. He's a really funny guy, great energy. But great energy doesn't always get you points. Watch the tape and holler back at me. Let me know what you think. But that's the guy. Keon Coleman, I'll be honest with you. If he is there round 9, I'm snagging him. Mm-hmm. I'm snagging him. Then, of course, arguably maybe not even much of an argument at all. Marvin Harrison Jr., the best receiver in this year's draft. Some would say he was better than what his father was in college, but he's taller. Man, he about to set the world on fire for the Cardinals. And Cardinals, man, they traded Rondale Moore. So Rondale Moore is an Atlanta Falcon now. So who else do they have? I mean, Marvin Harrison is going to eat. I would take a risk on him if he's there in round 4.
Maybe. Do you think he will bring a resurgence to Mr. Video Game himself?
Yeah. Hopefully he ain't playing around too much, and you know he gets people a lot of fancy points with Marvin Harrison, man. But now I feel you, man. The next guy is Brock Bowers, man, tight end Raiders, man. Aiden O'Connell, he's coming into his own. I'm expecting him to take a big step this year. Is he the quarterback of the future? I don't know, but as of right now, he is their quarterback for this whole year. So, and Brock Bowers, man, dude, I like him a lot, man. He reminds me of Andrews, the tight end over for the Baltimore Ravens. So that's a guy I like a lot too, man. And you know, Brock Bowers, I see him getting his hands very dirty in his rookie year. I just want to see, you know, it's risky with tight ends. They're either going to do really good or then do really bad their rookie year, you know.
So with Brock Bowers, do you think, I know that you mentioned Mark Andrews, do you think he's as good of a blocker as Mark Andrews? Mark Andrews seems to be the most complete tight end next to George Kittle in the NFL currently.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no, but that can change. You know, I'm going off of what I see in college. I see him he's a good blocker. He's a very good blocker. I just
Mm-hmm.
want to see what that looks like on the NFL. But I also know he likes to get fed a lot, and I see him earlier on. I wouldn't even start Brock Bowers. I'd probably have him as a backup on your bench, and
Okay.
I would probably take Brock Bowers maybe anytime after round 11 and on. In
Okay.
your fantasy football. That's my take on it. But no, good question. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he turns out. Obviously, we saw the tight end for the Detroit Lions just light it up. I was very stupid for not drafting him. I thought about it and I was like, it's going to be all right. We'll see. There's a lot of tight ends in last year's draft, but but yeah, then Marshawn Lloyd, man, this guy was such a beast for USC, man. Big, constantly big plays, man. Constant big plays, man, for Marshawn Lloyd. So very exciting player. And he had a little bit of fumbling problem, man. But for the Packers, they're not super deep. They're not. They have the former Raiders running back. He's over there now. So, but I see Marshawn Lloyd as a guy not to start, but if he is there around 14, around 15, snag him. Take a risk on him. You know what I mean? And keep him there. Sometimes you gotta let a guy cook there for 2-3 weeks and he doesn't do anything for you, but he may benefit you later down the line. And if anything takes and happens to the starting running back, then hey, you have a guy right there, Marshawn Lloyd, who could take over the game.
Definitely.
Then we got the Rams, bro. Now defense, obviously, depending on what league you're in. And I've done leagues before where you get to select a defensive player and their sacks and tackles get you points. That's all great. Look, when it comes to defenses that have a lot of rookies, that's the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
That's they got a D tackle. You know what I mean? They got a D tackle, and then they also have an edge rusher in Jared Verse. And they played together at Florida State, so they have that chemistry already. And they're going to come through. I think they're going to be consistently in the middle of the pack when it comes to defense. So that's why I got the Rams there. And then lastly, a friend of the show who I've actually interviewed on the show is none other than Josh Carty, kicker from the Rams. This guy can supposedly hit 60, 70 yarders. He's very confident when I interviewed him on the show. Check out that interview. And before we move over to scenario 2, I need everybody to do a couple things. Hit that subscribe button. Comment below how much you hate this list, or maybe how much you love it. I want to hear what you guys got to say. Nitpick away. I can handle the criticism. And then also as well, we got my special guest today, Time Out with Arrik Wren. You could, if you want to follow him on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. All stuff is going to be down below in the description of this video. Arrik, tell the good folks where they can find you. And once you're done with that, we'll jump into the second scenario that we have in your picks.
You heard my man Doug, the honorary coach for the Miami Dolphins as of right now. But yes, Time Out with Arrik. We got a podcast coming soon in the next couple of months. As of right now, you can find me on all your socials. Time Out with Arrik, or TO with Arrik. That's ARRRIK. You can find me on all your socials. Let me know. Like, follow, and subscribe.
Y'all know what to do. Link is in the description. I made it easy for y'all. Arrik, man, take us home, man. What do you got, man? Why did you choose what you chose?
Well, we've got our obvious pick at quarterback, Caleb Williams. He's going to set the fantasy world on fire, no matter what scoring platform you're on, whether it's Dynasty or you're redrafting. This guy is going to set the world ablaze. The Chicago Bears have done a great job of assembling a roster that will allow him to have success. They have a few veterans, such as Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. They have brought over a running back in Swift, who's going to be able to create some lanes for him. And I think that as a wide receiver combo, which I also have Rome Odunze on the squad, they're going to be a great stack to have and very exciting to watch. You'll be excited to see the ups and downs of their rookie combination, but they're great friends off the field, and I think they'll be able to produce on the field as well.
Love it. I love it, man. I like, I saw that you're doing there, man, with the Jets, man. Braylon Allen, Trey Benson. Talk about the value that those guys take and bring.
So Trey Benson, Florida State running back, he's a bruiser. He's about 6'3", around 215. They'll probably have him gain just a little bit more weight to get used to the beating of the NFL. But dude's going to be running behind James Conner, who has a very similar run style. You're not going to be able to tackle them. They're not going to make you miss a whole lot of tackles, but that's because they can run right through any linebacker in the league right now, currently. Braylon Allen, very similar. He actually has a strength profile similar to Saquon Barkley, or shall we say Saquad Barkley. So people should be familiar with that breakout profile. He's a young kid. I think he's only 20, not even 21 yet, but he's putting up massive numbers in the weight room. As you go further down on the list, we've got Ladd McConkey. It's a little quiet. No one's excited about that one, but you will be. You will be excited about Ladd. Ladd McConkey is already a route running specialist. Day one. They're only going to coach him up. And with the slight of wide receiver prospects that they do have on the Chargers, I think Justin Herbert will come to rely on him and his separation values.
I love it. I love it, man. Nah, man, I'll make some noise for Ladd McConkey. Look, man, they've had injury after injury when it comes to this receiver core. They've had drop passes like crazy last year with their number one receiver. Hopefully he gets over that hump. I certainly am rooting for him. If he get his stuff together and then Ladd McConkey, he's your slot guy underneath, dude, this is going to be one of the most fun offenses to watch, man. But they need some fresh blood in there, man. They need something different. That's what Ladd brings. He's a guy you could throw him a dump pass 2 yards and he'll take and get you another 9 yards. That's a guy who's very elusive. He's super slippery. Trying to find his NFL comp is definitely a little bit different, but I like focus on rookies that are going to get fed a lot. Last year's draft, we had Addison. It was Jordan Addison, the receiver for the Vikings. So, dude, he lit it up in fantasy football. I mean, that's a guy who I'm snagging. If he's there in like round 4 or 5, I'm snagging him. He's coming on my team,
Absolutely. You said you were looking for a comp. Would you say someone like a Wes Welker or Shipley from back in the day?
I would say Wes Welker for sure. Somebody who's going to get fed a lot. I would say Ladd is just slippery, dude. When I say slippery, yak. Yards after contact. Like this guy, he's fun to watch, man. Honestly, out of all the guys that you have here, man, he might be my favorite. Okay. And obviously Rome Odunze, I would say, is a better receiver. But as far as usage, and he has a veteran quarterback in Justin Herbert. Yep. That is a firepower offense, and Ladd McConkey is going to get fed a lot, man. Another guy I'm excited about too, just to kind of throw up in there. I'd really like to pick the Ben Sinnott. Okay. Receiving tight end. I'm not sure
a lot of people know about him.
Yeah, man. I'm not sure what the beginning of the year is going to look like for him, man. But once people know, they'll be very excited to see what he does for a team like the Commanders, man. Commanders, man, they had a fun draft. This was a great draft for them, man. And with Jaden Daniels and Sinnott. That's gonna be a great pickup there, man. Of course, Philly Eagles, man. That's a no-brainer. That y'all got it almost reminds me with the 2 DBs that y'all got in Quentin Mitchell, and then remind me the guy from Iowa,
Cooper DeJean.
It almost reminds me when Denver had the no-fly zone.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of the no-fly zone. That was one of my favorite Super Bowl defenses of all time. Very difficult to throw on the Denver Broncos, man. I think Philly is really on to something. Now, I chose, y'all saw mine. I chose the Rams. Rams rookie D-line is going to be crazy, and they'll be around for years to come. Fast. And the same could be said about Philly. Like, that was one of the big flaws in the game was the secondary last year, and they added depth and then some. So very, very exciting. But ladies and gentlemen, that's our episode. Comment below. Let us know. Look, this one was mine. Pause the screen if you need to. And then this one was Arik's. Time Out with Arrik Wren. Make sure you give him a follow as well. Stuff this will be down below in the description of this video. Comment below. Hit that bell for the alerts. Hit that subscribe button. Remember that Jesus loves you, and go do something nice for somebody. Go make a difference in someone's life. We'll see y'all next time on the Touchdown with Doug Smith. Thank you for watching another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith, where we have exclusive NFL content and exclusive NFL interviews. Be sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. Follow us on social media. See you on the next one.